And good evening, folks. Welcome inside Hartman Arena here in Park City, Kansas, where for the second time this year, the Wichita Wings look to keep their perfect record alive. And with the booth with me tonight, I have Peter Espinoza, who used to call the Wings back in the 11-10 season and still practices with some of the players. Peter, thanks so much for joining me.
Absolutely. Happy to be here tonight. Looking forward to my first match here of the new season, seeing it. I was out of town for the first match, but I'm here tonight, and I'm just, beyond excited to be here, introducing the opposing team right now. I can't wait to see the guys kind of, run out on the pitch here.
If you weren't able to join us last week or see the replay, I'll give you a quick update of what happened. A 13-0 win over the Colorado Rumble welcomed the Wings back to Wichita. It was David Lucia who got things started just a minute 3 into the game. Following that, Ethan Dowd scored 2 goals. And then following that, it was defender Kevin Tenike who net 2 goals to give the Wings a 5-0 lead at that time. Following that, it was a couple of smaller goals that gave Wichita the cushion they needed to go on to defeat a kind of hurt Colorado team. We're now going to turn it over to our public address announcer, Jared Sorello, who has our starting lineups. And thank you to in-house PA announcer Jared Sorella with the starting lineups. We'd like to take a second to remind you the 40th anniversary Wichita Wings are presented by Family Mitsubishi and the City of Park City. From their lot to your driveway, Family Mitsubishi has the tools and friendly staff to help you find a vehicle quickly and easily. They have a strong and committed sales staff with many years of experience satisfying their customers' needs. Come meet a salesperson at Family Mitsubishi at 6601 East Kellogg in Wichita, or you can visit their website at buyfromfamily.com. We're going to take a second to join the in-house PA to honor America with the singing of our national anthem. And a beautiful rendition of our national anthem will get us started tonight for the second game here inside Hartman Arena in this 40th anniversary season. We'd like to take a second to let you know Park City, Kansas has partnered with the Wings since 1979. Thank you, Park City, for your years of support to indoor soccer. You can learn about this wonderful community at parkcityks.com. We're going to go through the opposing Amarillo Bombers lineup real quick for you. In goal, number 1, Casey Baker. A midfielder, number 3, Tim Haywood. A midfielder, number 5, Kika Ramos. A midfielder, number 6, Sergio Carvazos. A midfielder, number 7, Miguel Reyes. A forward, number 8, Conrad Gold. 6 win at Austin, and then last week in this building, a 13-0 win over the Colorado Rumble. As for the Amarillo Bombers, they got their season started with an 8-7 win over the Fallstown Flyers. They then have
young guys kind of respond to a team that is probably the best team that they've seen so far.
So Amarillo gets things started in there. A couple of silly plays lead to a much smarter play in order to restart things in the back end. Katarina asking for a ball right in front. He gives this one off. Back to Katarina. To Robbins. Robbins tries to feed it behind the goalkeeper's back. Couldn't quite get it.
Great save from the keeper there. Also great 1-2 work from the Wings to get a shot on that back corner to Jared Robbins. That's where the goals are supposed to come from. So anytime you get a look there, you know that your offense is working. Katarina, great steal there to restart things in the final third for the Wings.
Ball goes out of play, so the Bombers are going to go back and rewatch it. But we do apologize if the stream cuts in and out. That's due to the Wi-Fi in the building. Dowd has it in the corner, but turns it over to the Bombers. They'll take a second to restart things, try to get it out. Lauder makes a nice run and regains possession for the Wings. But a header goes right back to the foot of the Bombers. They're going to have an opportunity in front. Hammerski comes a little too far out, and a goal is scored by Miguel Reyes. And just like that, we have a 1-1 game, and this Wichita crowd sees an opposing goal for the first time in this building so far this year. You knew it was going to happen eventually, though.
It was definitely going to happen, but when it did happen, you could tell there was a strange feeling. They were kind of like, oh, wait, well, hold on. You can't do that here. 13-0 last week. This is a new sensation for them. So, but obviously we knew Amarillo was probably the best team the Wings have faced this year. So They were likely to score tonight. They're likely to score again. Taylor Henry now in the game for the Wings. Just interesting. He came about 8 weeks ago. He had a knee surgery to clean up his meniscus, and he's already back. So, and he's really he'll score a lot of goals in this league. He's led the PASL in scoring the last 2 years. Incredible player.
Yeah, Henry's a guy who's got a lot of fight in him, and you're gonna have to work hard to fight him off the ball. Long pass forward, just kind of gets punched out by the Amarillo keeper. They play back to him, and he goes with a long outlet pass forward, but there's no one there for it. Hammerski will take possession and start the Wings counterattack the other way. So across the center line they go. They play one off the glass. Robbins has it in front. A little off his foot. A second shot, and they score! The midfielder from São Paulo, Brazil, Leonardo Catarina, gives the Wings a 2-1 lead with 7:34 left in this.
Up and indoor, you just got to get it in. But Catarina's strike was beautiful. Great goal.
Jared Robbins does a great job with 2 guys on him to even set the play up there. So with that, the first media timeout of the game comes to us. So with 7:34 remaining in the opening quarter of play, the Wings lead 2-1 over the Amarillo Bombers. Epic Heating and Cooling is your professional HVAC service and repairs company, servicing all of Wichita and surrounding communities. You can find them at 224 North Pennsylvania, right here in Wichita. Tonight, Epic Heating and Cooling is the proud sponsor of the Wings Veteran of the Game. Epic provided a VIP lounge suite for Army veteran Michael Stinger and his family. If you're interested in sponsoring a Veteran of the Night, contact the Wings front office at info@wichitawingsoccer.com. Evans Building Company Incorporated is a general contracting firm specializing in design, build, construction of pre-engineered metal building systems. The team to build with for more than 57 years is located at 7700 West 53rd Street in Mays. Eddie Uola Massage is the official massage therapist for the Wichita Wings. Eddie has over 22 years of massage therapy experience serving Wichita. You can make your appointment today by texting Eddie at 316-312-9226. I wanted to apologize once again for the stream errors we've been having. The building is not great with its Wi-Fi service, so we're doing our best to get the best quality stream we can to you. Be aware that following the game, it will be posted onto YouTube, so you can go back and watch the whole thing if you'd like to do that. So the Bombers have possession now in their own end. Close play as Catarina with some nice pressure forward, but the Bombers are able to keep possession and find an attack the other way. They feed one to the middle, but the Wings are where they need to be to start the counterattack of their own. A 2-on-3 for Dowd and Lauder.
Heavy touch.
Bombers do a good job of retaking possession and keeping it for a little while. This is something that the Wings didn't see last week, was a team hold possession against them. Definitely changes the way you play.
And one thing they haven't seen is, from what I can tell, is a team that is really well coached. The Wings really well coached. Roger Downing, lots of experience as a coach in general, but also played professionally indoor, knows the game. Obviously, Tenike, Brent Hobson, Daniel Sack, lots of guys with pro experience. So it's like having 2 or 3 additional coaches out there. Turnover here.
Bad turnover leads to a goal for the Bombers.
It's a good finish. Unfortunately, from the other side of things.
And that's one, if you're the Bombers, you have to capitalize on. In a building like this that explodes so much with a goal, it's huge to score when you have the opportunities. Finish the chances you get, especially against a fast, quick, aggressive team like Wichita.
Well, in early signs here, both of the Bombers' goals have come from defensive mistakes, so the Wings need to clean that up, I mean, they can pull away here. They're kind of leaving the Bombers with some hope, as with these turnovers in their own third. Bad foul on David Lucio.
And Wichita's going to get a nice opportunity. About 7 or so yards outside the yellow lines where they restart. Go down into Sosa in the corner. Doesn't like what he sees, feeds it back around up top. They try to go to the other corner to Lucio, and this one is sent out off of the Bombers. So Wichita is going to get a restart just outside the yellow line. Lucio sends it back to Tenike. Looks right and goes that way. Into Hobson. Now they go try to look for Robbins down inside. Don't see exactly what they like, and Bombers are able to retake possession. Obviously, when you're a guy like Robbins, that's a lot of body to control, so you'll see him holding back on some of his tackles because it's real easy to draw a foul when you're that big of a guy, especially going against some of these smaller guys we've got here on Amarillo. No call there, and the Bomber
makes it difficult to play that entry pass into Jared there, because right when that's the first time that anybody's tried to play him, and it was an immediate double. So it's going to be tough to feed the ball into Jared. Things are going to have to be done on the wings here.
A rough touch by Dowd. Gives the Bombers the ball back. Lucio almost had something, but a nice throw and a better turn leads to the Bombers going the other way. Right in front of Hammerski. This one goes past him. Hammerski makes a great save right in front. The Bombers are going to stick with it, though. Dowd with a header out of the zone. And Wichita does a nice job to retake possession. We have a whistle, but this one's against the Bombers. Real nice defensive effort by the Wings to keep the Bombers off the scoreboard once again. Try to feed down inside to Hinojos, but they go back up top. Kieran Laking now in the game, the native of Hartlepool, England. Dowd had it in front for a second, wasn't able to fully take possession, and the Bombers take over. They send it back to goalie Chavez, and they get things restarted. Outlet pass to the top corner. Hammerski doesn't have to do too much to stay in front of that one, but the Bombers are able to keep possession, at least for the time being. For a second there, both Dowd and Lucio get a foot on the ball, but it's the Bombers who retain possession. Bombers are a team that are going to take their time to directly in front, and the Wings will get a restart in their offensive zone. Tenike has it in the corner. These restarts have been huge for Wichita thus far. They go to Lucio, but his rocket is stopped directly in front of him.
Yeah, just mishit. Oh, Hobson's got to shoot here. Oh.
Feeds down inside. Tenike takes a shot. A nice stop by the Bombers keeper. Feed out for a second. Hobson has it up top. He takes one off the corner and rockets a shot into the 14th row, getting some Wings fans involved in the game.
Almost made it dust.
That's the best part about indoor soccer. If you're sitting in the end zone, you might get to make a save or two. Take possession with 3 minutes remaining in the opening quarter of play. We're tied 2 apiece. Katarina thus far. Bombers feed one down into the middle. Lucio makes a play.
The Wings do press very well. If they want to speed things up in the game, they will start the press. Unlucky.
Foul called there on Taylor Big Daddy Henry. If you're a fan of Johnny Freedom, you've heard of Taylor Henry before. He had his way last year in the PASL, especially down in Tulsa.
First 3 matches that they played, and now they're having to play at a different speed, the other team's speed, which they're going to have to kind of cope with and figure out how to bring that ball back to them, get it back to the defenders, start from the back, do exactly what the Bombers are doing to kind of shift the momentum back in their favor.
ICT Internal Medicine and Pain Management serves the Wichita Wings, located at the West Side Medical Office Building at 13th and Tyler. You can request an appointment by calling 316-260-6363. Minute and a half remaining in the opening quarter. The Wings building their own zone. Takes possession now. Feeds back out up top. Laking holds it for a second before feeding it all the way across. Sosa with it in the corner now. Looks left and goes that way up. Laking back over to Sosa. Sosa's going to look towards that corner. He's got Dowd in the corner. Dowd will be able to win the battle to the ball. Has to fight off 2 defenders. Gets it back out to Sosa.
That is a beautiful
backdoor play,
and
Laking not able to bury this one.
That was a phenomenal ball, phenomenal vision from Daniel Sack. One touch into the corner. All the defenders had collapsed high. Unfortunately, Laking couldn't finish, but credit to Daniel Sack there. Incredible pass.
And a good job by Laking to kind of get over the mishandled shot and get right back into play and keep possession for the Wings, or else they likely would have lost it. Looks like we have a call right down in here. There was contact with the Amarillo keeper and Ethan Dowd. A little too much contact. and the Bombers will retake over.
There's that good pressure, that high pressure, forcing turnovers right there.
Dowd makes a quick play. Sosa on the ball now. Tries to feed in the corner to Lauder. Lauder will have it, feeds it off the wall almost to himself, but it's the Bombers.
There from the Bombers. Sosa toe poked it.
The Wichita Wings athletic training and orthopedic partner is admitted to the Orange Army. Just $20 for a single membership and $50 for the entire family. You can visit our website at www.wichitawingsoccer.com under the fans tab for more information. Get on your phones right now and you can join the Orange Army. What's going on here in the building? They're recognizing Michael Stringer, the second quarter of action. What does Wichita have to do in order to find success and take a lead into halftime?
You know, the first 3 matches, they've had a lot of success pressing high, pressing immediately, forcing those turnovers. And I think that Coach Downing told them to kind of start doing that towards the end of the first even more, to switch that momentum for them to keep the pressure on, because they set back for a little while and the Bombers had a lot of possession. They pressed high and they were the ones who forced the turnovers, and they were the ones who capitalized on those turnovers, and kind of a few poor decisions defensively from the Wings led to their goals, and then the Wings' goals was them building up, them creating the goals themselves. The Bombers didn't give them up like the Wings did. If they tightened things up at the back, build up through Hammerski, Hammerski, I think the majority of the touches he had have been saves, and that's not good. They need to get the ball at his feet more, pull Amarillo out a little bit more, make them commit high, and then dump it over into the corner for Robbins or Dowd or one of those guys to dig it out and create the offense there.
So we're underway in the second quarter. Hammerski's going to be able to make a play off the boards and buy the Wings a couple of seconds to get back. Hobson almost acted as a screen so that the Bombers weren't able to see where the pass was going and in the 3-on-1 press that they had. Bombers in their typical fashion send it back to Chavez, and they'll kind of restart in their own end.
There you go. There's some good press by Leo Catarino.
But the Bombers are right back in scoring opportunity. And another fantastic save by a fan up in the 8th row. Got to work on your strikes. Make sure you at least hit glass.
So now here we go. Now here's a good opportunity for Hammerski to build out of the back here. He does. Just rolls it out to Hobson, and once again, the Bombers just sitting back in that zone. They're keeping number 8 really high here. He's not even really committing to the defense. He's kind of their cherry picker.
He's just one of 2 forwards on this team. Ball goes off of Amarillo, so it'll be a restart for Wichita in their own end. Tenike tries to feed down inside. But Sosa is able to keep possession for the Wings. Feeds it all the way across to Laking. Laking into Dowd in the corner. Bombers get to it first, and they say there was just a little too much contact with Dowd there. And it'll be a restart now for him to win possession. Laking goes through the legs, tries for a follow-up shot. Lauder in front, and they're going to call a foul.
Hammerski rolls it out to Tenike. They're going to get a line change in here. First time into the game tonight, Matt Sherrod, another player from Wichita selection who's made his way. Tricky feed. He'll get his first touch here into the corner, plays it into the middle, and the Bombers keeper cleans up nicely. He's going to throw it long here to the forward, kind of isolated. Daniel Sack cleans it up nicely, and Hammerski will play it out of the back to Laking, and the Wings will go on the attack again.
Once in front, Sharon might have had a look at that one. Corner now. A sliding save by the captain, Brent Hobson. And just like that, the Wings are headed the other way. Lucio on the ball now. Keeps his man behind him. And a little too much contact, so restart to Wichita now.
Hobson's got a powerful left foot. Looked like that slide. Looks like he may be putting a little bit of onus on the right foot. That slide might have hurt. I know he's got that left leg wrapped up from a hamstring kind of combination groin injury he had last year.
Long play forward to Robbins, goes off the wall. He's able to take possession for a second, but the Bombers steal it away quick. Sherrod had a chance right in front, but the Bombers keeper snags this one up. Just like that, the Bombers head the other way. A nice heading play by Daniel Sack. Makes it difficult for the Bombers, but they're able to keep possession.
Great jacking by Daniel Sack. He went up with the attacker, won the header, kind of stopped the attack in its tracks.
Wait, Katarina's got it. They got a 2-on-1. Lucio's to his left side. He gets kind of tripped up there, and they're going to get a restart deep. Missing time, potentially, if this injury holds him out at all. Wichita keeps possession, sends one around the boards. Lucio will have it at his feet. Looks to his left side and keeps it at his feet. Back inside to Lucio. This one goes off. Don't like to play on their defensive half of the field. They like to spend a lot of time on that offensive half, and they do so. Sosa with it down inside. They feed it out to Lucio before kind of restarting up top with Rizzo. Over to Lake King. At the top of your screen. Feeds it into the corner, back out to Lake King. Rizzo has it at his feet. One touch, feeds it before they have to send it back to Hammerski, and the Wings will make a change or two.
This is good, though, for the Wings. They haven't created a chance in a couple minutes, but they've had the ball the entire time. They've kept the Bombers, make them tire themselves out so they can't get those rolling subs in. And now the Wings have got a free kick in a decent area.
And they're going to get an important change, bring a couple fresh legs onto the field. A hard strike by Tenike. Gets blocked by a shoulder of Amarillo. They'll start the other way. They've got a 3-on-2 if they hurry. But the Wings hurry just a little bit more and completely kill the 3-on-2. Lauder almost made a play on it. Zooms back and makes Chavez actually work for something there.
Switch up in the lines here. Tenike has actually moved up to, I think, one of the target men in the rotation, maybe even midfield. Oh, Hammerski. Wow, great save. Daniel Sack.
Great play by Daniel Sack to bail out Hammerski after he's kind of slipped up for a second. Wasn't able to get back into his optimal position.
Yeah, I think it came through a crowd of people. Maybe you didn't see it till the last second because that was a little unlike him, but Sack off the line. Great, great defensive play. Once again, saving another goal.
And with that, we hit our media timeout of the second quarter. We're still deadlocked at 2, the Wings 2, Amarillo 2. We'd like to take a second to let you know from their lots to your driveway, Family Mitsubishi has the tools and friendly staff to help you find a vehicle quickly and easily. They have a strong and committed sales staff with many years of experience satisfying their customers' needs. Come meet a salesperson at Family Mitsubishi at 6601 East Kellogg in Wichita. You can also visit their website online at www.buyfromfamily.com. Park City, Kansas has partnered with the Wings since 1979. P. Loge Suite for Army veteran Michael Stinger. Epic Heating and Cooling is your professional HVAC service and repairs company servicing all of Wichita and surrounding communities. You can find them at 224 North Pennsylvania, right here in the Wichita area. Evansville Building Company Incorporated is a general contracting firm specialized in design, build, construction of pre-engineered metal building systems. The team to build with for more than 57 years is located at 7700 West 53rd Street in Mays. A really crucial moment in this first half. The Bombers have a restart directly at the top of the arc. Sosa, Lauder, and Tenike form the wall. And here comes the strike off of Tenike's leg. A nice stop by the Wings. And what could have potentially been one of the bigger moments of the whole first half.
Yeah, it's important for your wall to stay really strong there. We got a foul.
Long pass forward by Chavez.
Yeah, but it's important for your wall. There's so many set plays in the indoor game. The Wings practice them, you know, so they know exactly where everybody's supposed to be for each one. You need to be really tightened up on those to capitalize and also not to concede. And the entire wall stayed strong. They know if he shoots, you stay strong. If he gives it off, you get on the ground and you block.
They feed it to the left side. That's Sack with it now. He looks left and goes that way into the corner to Sosa and Dowd. But neither get a foot on the ball as the Bombers take over for a second. And Sack sends one right back in. The Bombers only getting 1 or 2 touches at a time until they get something like this, a counterattack going the other way. Sosa makes a nice job to come back and retake possession. Hammerski with it in his own end. Feeds it to Wright and Hobson. And Hobson will look for a sack along the middle line, and he'll bring it across. He looks left and goes that way. Dowd has it in the corner, but it's an easy stop for Chavez. Long pass forward. The Bombers are going to have a one-on-one with Hammerski. And Hammerski makes a great save with the right foot. Sends this one way up. And that's what you want out of a guy like Stephen Hammerski, and almost what you expect out of a guy like him.
And I mean, look at him. Usually a keeper makes a save like that, he's hyped up, he's excited. To Hammerski, it's his job, it's what he's got to do. But take nothing away from it. That was a sensation. Really, it was. Oh, that was got to be a boarding call on Daniel Sack.
Sack has played hard into the boards.
I'm a little surprised here that the ref hasn't.
Just brings this one back to the center line, and they feed it back to Hammerski. Looks long forward, goes up off the wall. Dowd's going to try to make a play on it. Sherrod comes in to try to help out. Then it's Lucio had a second of it. Then Sherrod tried to head it back to him. But it goes off Matt Sherrod's hand. And Chavez will restart. For the Bombers, a long throw.
Hammerski's got to clean it up again, does so.
I mentioned the kind of play that you see from Laking. There he almost had his man in a headlock trying to prevent anything, and that's just typical Laking for you.
Well, yeah, he won't be out physical, and even if it ends up he's got to foul somebody, that's all right with him. As long as he gets his way and forces the team the other way. So we're 2-2 here. 4:30 left in the second. No goals in quite a while. I think what happened was everything was so loose at the beginning, and now the teams have calmed down and defenses have tightened up both ways, and the scoring chances have been much less here in the second quarter.
Every time Wichita has a bad turnover in their defensive zone, they do a good job of just kind of closing in on all the action to make it hard. Nice one touch. Hammerski gets caught out of position, but Hobson's right there to help. Long pass forward. He was looking for Katarina, but this one goes off a header of Amarillo out of play, and Lucio will take a restart for the Wings. Right about the center line now. Fed in for a second by Rizzo. Not the greatest play he had available.
Yeah, unfortunately, Tenike and Katarina both just ran into the same space there. They were both open, but then they converged on each other, therefore essentially guarding each other, and they kind of went for the same ball.
Lucio feeds to the right side to Rizzo. Rizzo's going to get a foot on it. Gets fought off nicely by the Bombers, and they'll be able to kind of start things the other way. Really taking their time at this point. They almost seem happy with a 2-2 game at this point.
Well, yeah, I'm sure that they are paying attention to the Wings' results and seeing the big number of goals they're putting up, averaging double digits goals per game. They knew that tonight was going to be a difficult test here. So 2-2 in at halftime now they've got a gauge of what the Wings are all about, what the team is, who the goal scorers are, what kind of the offense they run is, and honestly, their zone has worked, so I don't see them switching it up in the second half. Holding them to 2 goals is definitely positive for Amarillo.
Rizzo was one-on-one with an attacker, and a couple of strikes go just wide. Hammerski caught out of position as he was going out to help Rizzo. Katarina with it across the middle line. Robbins comes in to help. First time we've seen Robbins in a couple of minutes. And then a bad touch by Katarina gives the ball right back over to the Bombers. But Lucio helps out, feeds it into Robbins. Robbins tries to go far post, just a little wide, and the Bombers head the other way now.
Well done, Alex Rizzo. Great interception to stop a fast break from the Bombers. Yeah, I think Tenike took Robbins' place.
Oh, a long strike off the goalie's hand, and David Lucio gives the Wings a 3-2 lead with 2:09 remaining in the second quarter.
Lucio that was all started from Alex Rizzo over here. He stopped a Bombers break and turned it into a Wings break and created that goal for David Lucio. And David Lucio, incredible left foot. The Bombers gave him just a split second to shoot, and he's going to take that opportunity every time. Bottom corner. Great defense turned to offense by Alex Rizzo. Big credit to him right there.
Johnny Freedom and high.
Oi, that is boarded.
A hard push.
Here, but I don't think that goal chances need to be created. The defense needs to be a little bit more, much more quickly than they're used to. So I really think the ball over the top end of the corners, you know, if it's not there, and maybe it's not there, don't try it. Back out to Hammerski, keep pulling the rumble out, and then build slowly. And I think that's how they're going to break down this this kind of stingy rumble defense.
So if the Wichita Wings are able to get out of this building with a win tonight, what's your key to the second half in order to do just that?
My key to this, well, first of all, let's say the key to the first half was Steven Hammerski. He was phenomenal. Every decision he made was right. He had one, I think the one where Sack had to clear it off the line, I just think he saw it late. His vision was impeded. But I think the key to it is going to be possession, more possession, and taking care of the ball on defense, and just patience. The goals will come. Roy Turner always told me, just be patient. The goals will come.
It seemed the more they used Hammerski, the more success they found. Even if they didn't find the scoreboard, they were finding success on a different level, I think.
Yeah, once Hammerski got involved, then the possession, the amount of possession switch, you know, it's not exactly a game of runs, but it's a game of possession here, and the Rumble held it at the end of the first half, the first quarter, a little bit into the second quarter. The Rumble were dictating things, and the Wings, the press wasn't working. You know, one person would go, and then the secondary runner press wouldn't come, and they just lost a little. You know, none of them were on the same frequency for 5, 6, 7 minutes of game time there. And it changed the momentum, because even when the Rumble got on the score sheet, I think the momentum was still with the Wings. When it really changed was when the Rumble went through that, truly, I mean, 5, 6 minutes where they held most of the possession. The Wings were just, you know, bumping their man, playing man-to-man, being safe, when really I think that high press will change things for them. So I think it's going to be one here, and which team takes care of the ball more defensively, and I'm sure that's what they talked about at halftime.
And my key to the second half is make them pay when they give you the nice restart opportunities inside that yellow line. This Wichita team has a couple of, I mean, they strike the ball hard and very accurate, whether that's Kevin Tenike or David Lucio or even Brent Hobson. They've got some real accurate feet and real accurate lasers when they put one on frame. So I think if you make the most of every restart opportunity you get in that inside that yellow offensive zone, can be huge.
Well, and there's been a lot less of those top of the box opportunities because there haven't been a ton of goal scoring opportunities for the Wings, and that the Rumble have had to clear out, and that have resulted in those top of the box kind of set plays. The Wings have scored a ton of goals from those set play opportunities this year, and the way the Rumble are meeting them at midfield and not allowing them to really get the ball in deep. So they've clearly done a little bit of homework, because the Wings on that reset are incredible. Like you said, Lucio Tenike just smash the ball. They're very accurate and be really decisive in front of goal.
And you've got to think that when watching film this week, you saw the success that Wichita has on those restarts, and kind of the message was, if we're going to clear it out, keep it inside.
To make sure that the double is not going to just converge on them immediately, because their double teams have really forced the dispossessions from the Rumble. And so, yeah.
So we're ready to get started with the third quarter. Leonardo Catarina and David Lucio, the leading goal scorer for this squad. Bombers take possession right away, and
Wings pressing high early already.
Just like that, Lucio kind of in their throats back there, making life hard.
And this really is what the Wings is. If they're running 5v5 in any fashion, that is what they're playing. They're
apologize with any sort of issues that we might be having with the stream. The internet in the building is not being great with us tonight, but we are recording the game and can get it up for you just following the game. Quick play by the Bombers requires Hammerski to make a quick save. This one's pretty simple for him.
Tenike in with the block as well there, sliding block. He timed it really well.
Catarina made it a little difficult for the Bombers, but they are able to regain full possession and just kind of restart their own end, get a couple of line changes in. Feed to the middle. a one-touch over to Haywood, and he'll be the one who brings it up forward. But a nice play by Hobson, and just like that, a 2-on-1 potential effort.
I think Hobson tried to chip the keeper there, but it was on his right foot, so not a strong foot, and just not enough height on it.
Nice play by Goldborn to get the ball in deep, but just like that, Hammerski makes a nice save, and now a long throw up to Sosa, who has his feet, goes behind his back. Had that been a little closer to Dowd, he might have been able to have a chance.
I think he read.
A long strike by the Eagle, and it's just wide. Sosa makes a nice one touch and able to kind of slow the Bombers down, and they'll be able to send it the other way, but Colin just about had one in that back right corner.
That was a great touch by Leo Sosa. He chipped it over his head. He read
most of the game last week. They try for a one touch down inside, and just like that, the Wings are going to have a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Dowd with the ball. He's going to feed it into the corner to Lauder, and the pass wasn't quite hard enough, and Lauder wasn't there.
Now we'll have one of these free kicks at the top of the box here. Looks like Hobson might have taken a challenger, a knock to the hip or something. He's favoring the
right
left
hip.
leg. Yeah, he'll stay though.
Kind of surprising that Chavez plays that ball just out of play instead of like the ones he's played. He had an open wall there. So Hobson feeds it off to Tenike. Tenike takes a strike. He's going to get a second opportunity, but it's kicked away just before he can. This one goes sky high before Lucio tries to make a play on the ball now. 2-on-1 the other way for the Bombers. Hurrying is Vargas. He looks to his right side. A nice opportunity. Goes just wide. A second one just goes wide. Hammerski not having to make any saves thus far. This one goes off a wing and stays out of the box area.
Wings bailed out. Hammerski was rooted. No chance.
And all three of the goals have really, I mean, maybe one of them he got caught out of position, but the other two have been off turnovers that he really just didn't have a shot to make, especially right there.
It was well hit too by the Rumble attacker because it was bouncing, and he kind of had a lot to do to score, and he did well. Top bins again.
So the Wings will now look to retake the lead. Lauder with it in the corner now. Fights off a lot of pressure, kind of gets nudged in the back, but no call. The Bombers are headed the other way. They've got a 2-on-1. They're going to go across, and a nice little one touch by a wing is able to keep it out.
Yeah, the Wings are forced into having to play that kind of kick and run game and go chase it. They really need to find a little bit of balance, a little bit of somebody needs to calm them down, have some possession. The Rumble have had the majority of the possession here in the
just kind of get things restarted.
Yeah, they'll benefit from it, most definitely.
But first, Bombers have another offensive opportunity. This on the far end of where we're seated, so it's a little difficult for us to see. They recenter it up top. They'll look left and go that way. Try to feed down right inside, and another great opportunity for the Bombers, and they score on this one as Julio Vargas scores his second goal of the game.
Yeah, Vargas, he's been one of the players who's been kind of the engine room for the Rumble tonight. He's quick. He's good with the ball.
I think that one's going to hurt for Wichita. The first deficit they've taken in this game and in this building this year.
Yeah, it's a different feeling. They haven't felt what this is like yet, so they'll need to rebound and respond, while the veterans are going to need to, raise their voices and kind of calm the guys down and make sure they stay calm. So much time left, a lot of scoring opportunities to come.
Rizzo putting lots of pressure on now, and then a nice sliding tackle. Re-wins possession for the Wings. Lucio feeds to the backside to Tenike, and this one goes over the top. A great chance for Tenike off the foot of Lucio, and that will draw us to the media timeout.
Yeah, Katarina was clapping there. He knew that was a great response. They didn't score, but that's okay. It was a great response from
Family Mitsubishi at 6601 East Kellogg in Wichita. You can also visit their website online at www.buyfromfamily.com. Park City, Kansas has partnered with the Wings since 1979. Thank you, Park City, for your years of support to indoor soccer. You can learn about this wonderful community at parkcityks.com. So 7.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter of play. The Amarillo Bombers scored 2 goals here.
What they're doing is they're rotating some different guys in now. Matt Sherrod's in now. Jared's back up top, the California kid, and he just needs to find his feet. He needs to find his touch, and he'll start creating some opportunities. Jared is a big kid, 6'4", 6'5", very strong. He's created an opportunity here for Alex Rizzo.
Rizzo with the shot, and it's just wide. You
Well
got to
done.
tip your cap to Rizzo on that whole play. Makes 2 or 3 great stops against the #1 forward for the Bombers, and then comes all the way down and has a nice opportunity, but this one's just inches wide.
Yeah, I think somebody's breathed some life into him right there. You saw the Eagle, Colin Lauder.
Says we're tied. What a strike from about 5 or 6 feet inside the yellow line. Calls top corner cheese and goes there.
Just too much time, way too much time. Daniel Sack had time to turn, look, give the ball a little roll, and absolutely fire it into the top corner. Top bins again, a great finish.
And now you've got this crowd right back in this game. Like I mentioned earlier, I'd guess probably between 3,000 and 4,000 inside this building. We topped over 4,000 last week in the home opener. This place just gets electric after a goal.
There we go.
Tenek makes a nice play off the board. Now a second defender comes in to help, but Sosa gets a foot on the ball and keeps possession for the Wings. A nice play by Tenek there in order
he was stranded.
to just keep it one-on-one for a long time. Tenek makes one touch on the ball for the Bombers to head the other way. I guess a one-on-one, if you will, for the Bombers. But Hammerski has to use his back against the boards and able to finish that one. Dowd's got a one-on-one with the keeper after shaking his man loose, but just doesn't quite get all. And Laking with a hard hold on the attacker there, had basically both arms in his hands yanking down. Looks like the Bombers might even be complaining that they would like a card on that one.
The attacker, he did kick the ball away in some anger, so clearly he felt there was something more from the ref there. Things are getting a little more physical. Looks like Alex Rizzo just might have taken a loose hand to the face, and as legs get tired, things are going to be a little bit looser. Ethan Dowd a foot in.
That's the kind of clear you want, just off the board, get it right to your men. At least clear it outside of that yellow zone. They're stuck right there, though, before Rizzo makes a turn, able to at least clear this one past the center line, and he'll make a little run at it before just retreating to play some defense. He goes back up to press before retreating once again. Looks towards the bench to make a change, and he looks like he will.
Your goal scorer Sack back in now.
Keeper way up for the Bombers. And he wants to register a shot on goal, and he will. So now Hammerski and the Wings will just kind of sit back for a second, take their time to get something started. And they'll play one off that corner. Katarina has a look at it before Lucio comes in and takes it himself. Feeds it back to Laking. Laking into Katarina, one touch to Lucio. Top corner, and it's just wide and just a little bit high.
Lovely stuff from the Wings, though. Great build-up. Got a great shot on the left foot of Lucio. That's exactly what you want. It's promising. And now they're being patient. They're slowing things down. This is good. This is good signs.
You've got to think of that drive as a win, because Lucio's left leg is rock solid when he can have a chance like that. Right here, you'll see him make his famous left.
Wow.
He makes that move to his left side and has a wide open shot just about every time he does it.
It's a great save from their keeper.
Ball ends up going out of bounds. Last touch by the Wings, and it'll be a restart for the Bombers. Both teams will get a couple of changes in. This crowd trying to get behind the defense.
Got himself out of a jam and opened things up over on the left side with Brent.
So it's back to Hobson now as the keeper for the Bombers. He was looking for a call, but it looked pretty clean.
Yeah, that ball into the corner is just tough right now because the Rumble are reading it really well, and the double team is coming so quick.
Before the ball even gets back to the ground, they usually have that double team applied. So Hobson, a long shift for Hobson here. looks towards that corner and goes that way.
See, that's a little better. The single coverage from Hobson. He's able to dig it out, find Lucio. That's got to be a foul. Thank you.
Lucio kind of gets wrapped up and taken down almost in American football tackle style. And Wichita's going to get a potentially nice opportunity for a restart just inside the yellow line on the left side of their attack. Get a couple of line changes in there. Hobson's still out. He feeds it into Tenike. Tenike looking towards the center to Lucio. Had it been a little quicker, Lucio would have had a great one-time attempt. But it's back to Tenike up top. He looks left and goes that way to Hobson. Hobson kind of feeds around his one guy, gets pushed to the ground. We've got no call, and the Bombers head the other way with it. Nice pressure there by Tenike to keep things stalled, or at least for a second. But eventually the Bombers do get a little push out of it. Bombers get one member of the line changed out. And they'll take their time with just a minute and a half left in the third quarter of play. We're tied at 4 goals apiece, thanks to a screamer by Daniel Sack here in the second half of the third quarter to tie the game at 4. Lucio has to return to his own corner to make the defensive play here. Nice turn, gets one off the boards, and Wichita retakes possession. A minute left, or I guess a minute 10 left here in the third quarter of play. A restart quickly taken by the Bombers. They feed it back in their own zone, and Leo Sosa comes up and puts a little pressure. Hammerski has to come out to kind of make a one-touch on this. This goes over the boards and out of play.
Minute left here. Be good for the Wings to build things up, keep the ball for the rest of the quarter, and try to get a really good look on target here.
They go to the left side. Wings don't like what they see. Feed it back to Hammerski. Back to Laking now. Laking looks and goes to Dowd inside. Dowd only has one touch before he kind of gets shoved off the ball. Stays with it nicely, though. And they call a foul there.
Oh my.
And they're going to pull a card out. Whether or not he reached towards his back pocket, but it didn't end up doing anything.
Unlucky from Ethan. I thought he used his body well there. His intention was always on the ball. It's unlucky.
It was nearly the exact same play that was reversed the last time they were on this end.
Yeah. You shouldn't be deterred by that, though.
The Bombers looking to just hold the ball for a couple seconds and maybe put one last push on net. This one goes off the boards. Just
wow, Lucio,
kind
well
of
done.
Feeds right back in, right in front of Hammerski. He doesn't have to make a stop. 5 seconds. Your Wings came into this game with a 3-0 record. A lot at stake here in this game as it could keep Wichita in that second spot in the table. Of course, right now the team to beat is the Chihuahua Savage. They have yet to lose, and they are winning in great fashion, too. They're outscoring their opponents by over, I believe their goal differential is over 30 at this point in the season now. And just in a couple weekends, that team's going to be right here in Wichita for 2 of the biggest games we might have all season. We'll take this break in the action to remind you that Epic Heating and Cooling is your professional HVAC service and repairs company. They service all of Wichita and the surrounding communities and can be found at 224 North Pennsylvania in Wichita. Tonight, Epic Heating and Cooling is the proud sponsor of the Wings Veteran of the Game. Epic provides all benefits of joining the Orange Army. For $20 for a single membership or $50 for the entire family, you can visit our website at www.wichitawingsoccer.com. Look under the Fans tab to find more information. Get on your phone right now and join the Orange Army. If you're interested in partnering with the Wichita Wings, the Wichita Wings are committed to local businesses and organizations. Our ability to provide family entertainment on the field and support in our community could not be accomplished without these partnerships. To learn more about Wings partnership programs, please contact us at info@wichitawingsoccer.com. So, 15 minutes remaining. Wichita pretty much just, let's see if they can find more of the same that they ended that quarter with to keep the success rolling and find a goal or two early in the third or in the fourth quarter. First 5 or 10 minutes of the fourth quarter to kind of set the pace of that last 15 minutes.
Well, I think obviously the importance of scoring is high, but I think what is going to be more important is maintaining good possession and creating a good chance, because we saw they created a good chance there with 3-4 minutes left with Lucio in the third quarter, where the ball was played in deep to the front man. He laid it off. Lucio, one-time shot, and almost in more opportunities like that where they're playing that good 1-2, one-touch football. They're using their triangles in there. They're using their front man, because these balls into the corner, the double team doesn't come there, but the balls into the it came a little later there, but once again just as effective. I think runs to the middle and finding your runners there is going to be important, and they'll have the Wings will have a restart at the top of the box here. Here's a good opportunity for that goal.
It almost seems like Amarillo's challenging them. They're giving them a second before they bring, because they know when they bring in that double team, it's almost immediate retaking of possession. So it's almost like they're challenging them to go for those outside plays before they bring in the double team.
Oh, they're definitely giving them the corners because it hasn't been successful. It keeps the ball near those high boards where there's less of a chance where it's going to fly out for a restart at the top of the box here. Let's see what the Wings can do with it.
Hobson approaches. He takes a shot, and it's probably just inside the frame, but a nice save by Chavez. I think this one out.
Yeah, I think a double save from, they've given it the other way. It looked like it was a double save from the Rumble defender and goalkeeper, but somehow it's a...
Must have gone off Lauder, I guess?
I guess. Not sure. That's not what I saw.
So the long throw goes to Hammerski, and like they've done a couple times this game, Chavez and Hammerski will just play catch. Long throw forward by Hammerski, finds Robbins' foot. A nice play to his right side. Lauder has it now. He'll take 1 or 2 touches before kind of giving it off to Lucio. They've got 2-on-2 in that corner, and they're going to call a foul on Amarillo.
Yeah, Lucio, quick feet. What's so difficult to defend about David Lucio?
The wall there is Hobson, but it's stopped easily by the Amarillo goalie. And just like that, they've got to look the other way. A really light pass forward, and Hammerski says no.
Once again, coming up huge. Stephen Hammerski, he's had an exceptional game. Great decision making.
Robbins makes a couple touches, but eventually the Bombers retake possession. Yeah, without Hammerski, you've got to think the Bombers could easily have 8 or 10 goals with the way they've had looks at net, but Hammerski has played exceptional.
Oh, no. Taylor Henry into the game for the first time in a while. He comes in and makes the interception, but it looks like he handled it.
He almost carries it.
Yeah, if I'd be a little upset if I was the Rumble right now. He definitely got away with one there, but he's making his way back. He's finding his touch. He had knee surgery only a couple of months ago. Things aren't going to be perfect for him yet, especially at this speed, at this pace, which he hasn't seen yet this season.
And the Amarillo coach, and a couple players let the refs hear their frustration with that no call there. But because the ball goes off, last touch by the Bombers inside that zone, Wichita's going to get a chance from just the top of the arc.
For some reason, the Wings only have 4 inside the attacking third.
It looked like Hobson was back at the bench talking with coach, trying to get the play.
I think they switched there. So Wichita's forced to take a timeout here. What happened was, I think they made a change. They wanted Brent Hobson to be out there instead of Jared Robbins on the restart. And because of that, the Wings had to take... Oh, and we've got a yellow card here.
I think we have 2 yellow cards, actually.
Did he give 2? Looks like both are for dissent. I think what they want is they thought the Wings took too long to take the free kick due to the confusion on the substitutions. So dissent for... Matthew, did you see 2 players?
I know I saw Gabe Williams, number 15, a midfielder, but it also looked like number 9, Abel Olivius. So if you could hear that, it was Julio Vargas who received a 5-minute penalty for misconduct. And just in case you had forgotten the name, Julio Vargas, he scored the last goal for Amarillo, and that was his 2nd of the game already.
So a 5-minute yellow, the Wings will not go a man up, but Vargas will have to spend 5 minutes of the remaining 13-15 in the penalty box. So they won't have him, and he's a really influential player for them. So this is a good opportunity, obviously on the restart, but then for the next 5 minutes for the Wings to capitalize on his absence.
So Hobson's up top. Keep in mind, though, he's got Tenike there in case he fakes it. He does. Tenike in the corner. He scores! Kevin Tinnite with a rocket to the top right corner. Just like last week, they run that one again to perfection.
I got to say, Inkler there on the right makes no mistake. That was a defensive setup mistake from the Rumble there, and Tinnite, you know, he can strike the ball so well. He's not going to miss that. I mean, there was 4 or 5 feet on the other side of the keeper, and the wall was blocking him anyway. He had no chance for him. He's such a technical player. So 2 quick goals here, and now they're back up by 2.
Yeah, 24 seconds have been played of this 5-minute penalty, and they've scored twice during that. So quick couple of touches by the Bombers. They're definitely looking for answers now after a rough beginning to this fourth quarter. Couple touches inside, they might have a chance. A hard push in the back, no call. Hammerski makes a great stop, but the Bombers retain possession.
Hammerski coming up big again. We thought we had a foul on Taylor there in the box. Not given. Hammerski to the rescue again. And Sack breaking up again. He's been great this game. He has broken up everything. Scored a goal.
Lucio up to Robbins. Robbins has 2 players to his left if he can get over there. Kind of trips up on the ball. He's got Laking in front. Oh, and he got a great strike, and it gets stopped by a Bomber defenseman.
What a view we had from
that.
Oh,
yeah.
Laking's left foot is powerful, and that looked like it was going to arrow just outside and come sneak back in that right post, but a Rumble defender got a sliding block to it. This arena would have erupted had that have hit the back of the net. There's another goal.
A beautiful play.
Jared Robbins.
On the restart, finds Robbins' foot. He puts that top corner on just a little chip play, really.
Yeah, well, the Eagle, Colin Lauder, gets the assist from the corner. Jared steps in front of the defender, not paying attention, just boom, he taps it in. Easy stuff.
And this has just been a pristine showing of what can happen when you take positive emotion and fuel off of it. They get the restart right at the top of the arc. They take a little while and kind of frustrate the Bombers. They have a player take a 5-minute major penalty, and just in that minute or 2 minutes that they've had that penalty, they've found a lot of positivity.
Vargas still, you know, half the penalty left, and his team's given up 3 goals without him. Oh, that's got to be a foul on Tinnite. Frustrating.
Doesn't look like they called a foul. Maybe it looks like maybe they did call it a foul. Looked like initially it was just going to be an out-of-bounds call.
Well, I think they just moved it out of bounds. Tinnite's not happy, but he keeps. Oh, keeper's going to shoot here.
Oh boy, this one goes about 6 rows too high. Keep your head on a swivel, fans, because you never know when the opposing keeper can send a shot your way. So like that. Quickly the other way, the Wings will try to find some success. Lucio in the corner. Feeds back for a second before Amarillo retakes possession. If they hurry, they've got a 2-on-1. They take their time now. They've got a 3-on-2. A 1-touch over, and Hammerski makes a great stop. And then he comes up and grabs it.
Had an attempted bicycle kick from number 9 that looked like it almost caught Hammerski. He stayed strong, though.
Hammerski tries to play it long forward to Tinnite, just a little bit short. And the Bombers retake possession. This one goes into the corner.
That's a handball.
Looked like a ball off the feeds back to Laking. But Lauder had it for a second, then lost possession. Dowd with nice one-on-one play to keep possession for the Wings. Feeds it towards the middle, was looking for Lauder, and it was just a bit behind him. And Laking, once again, keeping it in the offensive zone. Really nice. Ebrecht make a fantastic save.
God, they had a 3-on-2 there. Had Taylor have made that run down the left channel, it was on.
That was actually Tinnite who took the shot. Sack was back playing defense. And as we mentioned his name, there he is. Makes a nice stop. An advantage called. He does his signature move, but he goes to the right side this time. Has a wide open net to shoot to. And this one.
In the build-up, Sack took a knock. He's up now, but that was kind of created by him. He intercepted the ball, played it in the middle, got hacked. Referee played advantage. Wings took advantage. Lucio finishes with his right, shows the power and the accuracy he's got on that off foot as well.
It looked like Sack almost went knee to knee with someone, and That doesn't feel nice.
Yeah, I hope he's all right. Although, everybody, once the indoor season starts, a lot of people say once you get injured, you're injured for the rest of the season. So everybody's carrying some sort of knock at some point, whether it's something that keeps them out. There's always an injury that's kind of just poking at you that you've always got to deal with.
So we mentioned how important it was to fuel a restart for Wichita.
Well, however, they're in a good spot here. 4 goals up with a little over half of the fourth quarter to go.
A huge ovation as the team comes off for the officials' timeout here in the fourth quarter. 7:44 remains in our contest. The Wings have taken over with a 4-goal, 5-minute stretch here in the fourth quarter after a major penalty was taken by Julio Vargas for misconduct by the Bombers. We'll take this break with them and let you know that Family Mitsubishi, from their lot to your driveway, they have the tools and friendly staff to help you find a vehicle quickly and easily. They have a strong and committed sales staff with many years of experience satisfying their customers' needs. Come meet a salesperson at Family Mitsubishi at 6601 East Kellogg in Wichita, or you can visit their website at buyfromfamily.com. Eddie U Massage is the official massage therapist for the Wichita Wings. Eddie has over 22 years of massage therapy experience serving Wichita. You can make your appointment today by texting Eddie at 316-312-9226. Like I mentioned, 7:44 remaining in our contest. With a win, the Wings would take a 4-0 start to their season, their first official season in that 18-year stretch since this governing body ended in the 2000-2001 season when they drew operations to a close. At that time, they were the longest running soccer organization, yet never were able to bring a championship to Wichita. But I tell you, these men definitely are the ones who want to bring one.
Well, they've got a great start going here. They're close to a 4-0 start here, and in that break, I was watching the Rumble bench, and they were looking a little dejected. A few players kind of upset with each other. So the Wings are in a good spot here. If they keep their heads, keep their emotions in check, maybe add another goal or two, they should get out of here. But still some work to do. 7:14, and now the Rumble have a restart at the top of the box.
It almost seemed like Chavez, the Amarillo keeper, just wanted to kind of do it on his own on that last play, had brought the ball all the way on his own. Quick restart, and just like that, the Bombers score.
Mistake there from Lucio. He needed to get on the ground. Then when you're one of the men on the outside of the wall on the top of the box restart, if the ball gets rolled to your guy, he's going to shoot it. You got to slide. You got to get on the ground. You got to put your body in front of it, and he didn't there. And unfortunately, Hammerski once again didn't see it until the last second, and just right by him, kind of a worm burner on the ground.
Goal scored by number 9 defenseman Abel Olivis. So now a long pass forward by Hobson. Makes the keeper come out of his box to make the stop, but he does that with ease. Lauder puts a little pressure on, but it's the Bombers who keep possession. A long pass forward by the keeper. The header looks like it might go over the boards and out, and it does. So Wichita will have a restart from just inside their defensive yellow line. So Hammerski makes a quick play out now. Looks all the way forward, tries to go over the top, but it's Chavez who makes the stop on the other side. Brings it the other way now. Bombers have a look inside. Taylor Henry just showing why he's a very nice, aggressive player. Plays up high and makes things difficult on him. Bombers have a look inside. Oh, what a play!
We'll give Hammerski the save there.
Henry comes up and kind of makes a touch, gets pushed hard, but they're going to say no call. Dowd keeps the pressure going, and unlucky for Dowd as he just gets a little too much ankle. And Lauder's got it the other way. Lauder kind of...
Another block, 2 blocks in a matter of seconds. Yep, get your subs, boys. Well done.
It's a huge ball to go out of bounds because this is a really big line change for Wichita. They needed to get fresh bodies out there.
Oh, and Ten Eyck's playing that point man, and he wins that header really well to find Lucio.
Lucio sends it back
save
to Laking. Laking in the corner, back to Ten Eyck. Ten Eyck will have a one-timer. Just wide. Feed it back into Lucio. He'll make his move to the left. Feeds it off. Lucio, all with a back-footed attempt almost. And Ten Eyck's shot, I think, looks like it went off the glass above the goal and then out of play.
That's a scary front three for any defense. Katarina, Lucio, Ten Eyck worked really nice there to create 2 or 3 chances. Couldn't find the goal, but great creation.
They're really quick to kind of change places too, so if you're playing against a man defense, you get them lost. Oh, and would have been a wide open shot for Vargas, but he kind of almost looked like he had complained that they didn't have a chance before when it was too early. Robbins is going to have a chance. This one goes off the keeper and he scores! The California kid, Jared Robbins, scores to give the Wings a 9-5 lead with 4:35 remaining.
The Rumble caught themselves out there 2-on-1, and it was a long time that Katarina and Jared Robbins had the 2-on-1 to work with. Katarina made the right pass. Robbins went near post. I think it hit off the wall, off the back of the keeper and in. Nevertheless, Jared will take that.
And as long as you're the Wichita, if you're Wichita's wall, you just got to keep doing what's working for you.
Be done.
He's trying to
Taylor
play.
thrives.
He gets hit hard.
Oh, and he draws the foul. Well done.
And finally, Laking gets off the field. So the Wings are able to get a nice change.
Yeah, those restarts at the top of the box are no fun to defend because there's always going to be just a drilled shot that somebody's going to have to take the brunt end of. But we'll get a timeout here with 3 minutes to go. Wichita takes it to give them to give Roger Downing some time to talk them through the final 3 minutes and what he wants there. So Wings fans, we need you to join the Orange Army. Early entrance to the games, post-game parties with the players, special ticket opportunities to events like the Wings Hall of Fame banquet and postseason awards gala are all benefits of joining the Orange Army. Just $20 for single memberships or $50 for the entire family. Please visit our website, wichitawingsoccer.com, under the fans tab for more information. Get on your phones right now and join the Orange Army. If you're interested in partnering with us, the Wichita Wings are committed to local businesses and organizations. Our ability to provide family entertainment on the field and support in our community could not be accomplished without these partnerships. To learn more about Wings Partnerships programs, contact us today at info@wichitawingsoccer.com. There's still time to get season tickets as well. Enjoy all the exciting Wings action from your favorite seat all season long. Please visit wichitawingsoccer.com for more information.
So 3:02 remaining in this one. The Wings are in a really nice place, up 9-5. And I mean, really, you think if they score a goal here, it's pretty much a nail in the coffin.
Well, and there's enough players with huge pro indoor experience out here that they know what it takes. They know what the Wings have got to do to finish this game out. And the Rumble are kind of just packing it in here, happy to let the Wings have possession. The double comes. Jared Robbins is fighting his way in there, though.
He does a fantastic job to keep the ball as long as he did. A nice turn and look for Ten Eyck and just wide. Lucio makes a nice header to keep possession. Tries to feed it over the top, and it would have been a nice play if he did. Robbins just a little too much there.
Takes one for the team, I think. He knew that the runner was going to get by him, so Jared's a big guy. There's very few out there bigger than him. Just gives him an elbow, and down he goes.
And the Bombers still complaining, wanting a card, but aren't going to get one here. They feed it over to Chavez, the goalie, playing all the way up.
They're essentially playing sixth attacker now. They haven't brought on a different attacker because the Rumble clearly have the trust in their goalkeeper's feet. They think he can play that role. So even though they haven't brought a field player on, they are playing the sixth attacker here.
And you can against Wichita with how fast and aggressive their counterattack is. You need to rely on having someone back like that.
Right, and the keeper, when they lost it, oh yeah, careful.
It's a beautiful ball by Laking.
Yeah, and a good tackle, or else Lucio was going to be away, and he might just win it here.
Lucio just kind of got the ball pinned right in front of him.
2 minutes left. The Wings are happy to pack it in, defend as if they're a man down.
Kind of surrounding the play, trying to find some success, but really suffering to find anything. And the ball goes out of bounds from the yellow zone, so it'll be another opportunity for the Bombers at the top of the zone. Quick start. 1-2, Lake King and Robbins both make blocks and able to keep it out of there. And that fuels your defense to have really good plays like that.
Yeah, anybody putting their body in front of the ball just to make sure it doesn't get anywhere near Hammerski. It's a big energizer, especially when you're on your way to a 4th straight win here. They're feeling it. Zach's smiling. Now they're having a good time. They know what the final result is, and they're going to run these final 67 seconds off the clock.
But they don't seem to be taking their foot off the gas pedal, which is what you want to see out of a team like this. Not necessarily running up the score, but playing aggressive every second of the game, because that shows teams like Chihuahua, who comes in a couple weeks, that you're going to play every second of a 60-minute game, regardless of who the opponent is and what the score is.
But yeah, I mean, and they know with this gone in.
A little scary situation for the Wings there, but they're able to clear out of the zone. 30 seconds left. The crowd starts to rise to their feet. And the Bombers looking for at least something for the end of time, and they will get one. That's Conrad Goldborn. It's usually him and Vargas who score the majority of their goals, and they just showed why, as Goldborn plays a really nice ball there and is able to get one past Hammerski.
Yeah, that was maybe a little bit of much more open than he's been all game. Zach was a little slow to slide in for the block. Hammerski wasn't down in time to get a hand on it, so maybe just a final, probably the final goal for the Rumble here. Wings are still actually kind of pressing high. 10 seconds left, though.
Great outing by both the team and the fans here at Hartman Arena. And then for the second time tonight, Julio Vargas scores to then give, at that time, Amarillo a 4-3 lead. But that's when Wichita started to kind of find some success, settle into their own. It was Daniel's 5-minute major penalty called on Julio Vargas for misconduct, and inside that penalty, there was 5 goals for the Wings. As first, Kevin Tenike scored. Following that, Jared the California Kid Robbins. And then it was Jared Robbins once again who found the back of the net. And then really late here in this game, as you saw, Conrad Goldborn scores one last goal for Amarillo. And the Wings advance to a 9-6 win and 4-0 on the season. And that drops Amarillo down to a 2-3 record. We'll take a quick second to let you know, Family Mitsubishi and the city of Park City, we're so thankful for your support here. I'd like to say to everyone back home watching or wherever you're watching from, we're so sorry for the delays and the technical issues we had. The internet in the building was not being too kind to us tonight. We did our best to get as much as we could out to you. We'll remind you that next Saturday, January 12th at 3 p.m. is the next home game for the Wings. They'll be hosting the New Mexico Runners. You can get your tickets today at WichitaWingsSoccer.com. This is the type of game the Wings wanted to have. It was a game that showed that they had resiliency to play a full 60 minutes. To fight through that fourth quarter tells you a lot about this team. So going forward, you hope to fuel yourself on some of this success and maybe find some more success. Of course, the guy you've got to praise for this game is Stephen Hammerski.
You're nail on the head. He was exceptional in his decision making, his decisiveness, his willingness to put his body on the line in 10, 11, 12 occasions. I mean, he was sensational. I thought Daniel Sack was great. He was so sound defensively, added that goal. Katarina was great, chipped the keeper. And you know, the Wings were in a situation they had not been in yet this year. You know, they have some veterans, but they've got a lot of young guys and especially a lot of new guys to the indoor game, and to find a way to get over that hump and win a game in which you were down at one point. They hadn't felt that before, but you know, they endured. Obviously, the penalty to Vargas was a big game changer, but the Wings kept their head, their mentality, when the Rumble didn't, and you know, that changed the game. They took advantage. Well done.
Obviously, You got to kind of think that maybe that time he spent with the Comets to start the year helped Hammerski really get into game shape before he joined the Wings. So that'll do it for our coverage here from Hartman Arena inside Park City, Kansas, where the Wings advanced to 4-0 on the season after a 9-6 win over the Amarillo Bombers. Don't forget to join us next Saturday, January 12th, as the Wings host the New Mexico Runners Sunday, January 12th at 3 p.m. as they host the New Mexico Runners. We want to take a second to recognize our cameraman tonight, Eve Aka, and our producer, Kat Gonzalez. Peter, thanks so much for joining me tonight. It's a great night of calling, a great night of Wings soccer, and we hope that the fans either here in the stadium who are watching this later or even those of you at home come and join us next week as the Wings hope to continue their success. And then remember, in 2 weeks, the Chihuahua Savage come to town for 2 huge games. Any closing thoughts from you, Peter?
No. Hey, it was a pleasure to be with you tonight, Matthew. Once again, the atmosphere was great. You got Johnny Freedom leading the chants. You got the Wings almost. This is the first time they haven't scored double-digit goals, but they got close with 9. They've got a lot of players to find the back of the net. They got a lot of experience, a lot of good young talent. It's an exciting time for Wichita. It's an exciting time for the indoor soccer and the soccer community in general, and I had a blast. Can't wait for next weekend.
So for our PA announcer, Jared Sorello, our in-house hype man, Johnny Freedom, and owner Blake Shoemaker, I'm Matthew Will. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Wichita Wings YouTube page. Join us next Sunday, January 12th at 3 p.m. as the Wings take on the New Mexico Runners to keep their perfect record alive. Thanks for joining us.